And we're back. Anton, Black Dad's Lives.
And it's Dash, my son's favourite Dash.
And it's me, Carlos. Welcome back, guys.
You know who it is. It's your boy, Young Idris, back in the building.
And this week, we're sponsored by...
Hey, guys. You know who it is. You might recognize me from Black Dad's Lives. It's your boy, Young Idris. And if you're into streaming and hanging out with cool people, then come follow your boy at twitch.tv TBE Blaze. That's twitch.tv TBE Blaze.
Where you fly aeroplanes.
No, where I fucking deal with war like a real road man.
Yo, do not make me laugh.
Yo, you need to look at the stream. It's jokes.
No, I'm going to go watch that stream, to be fair.
Yeah,
What games do you play on it?
Just Call of Duty. Sorry.
Yeah, Call of Duty, bro. It's Call of Duty. That's all I play.
What, Cold War?
Cold War and Warzone.
Okay. You need to do some bit of cross-play. Okay.
Oh, you can play
Hey,
PS4
man, hey.
Xbox.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, let's go. Thank you for coming back and watching us again. I hope you're enjoying the episodes that we're putting out and the subjects. If you guys have got any ideas or you want to talk about anything particular, please just drop any of us a message. Our Instagram @ are all below our names. So yeah. So this week, I think we're actually going to talk about racism in sports and sort of in social media. Now, I feel like they sort of go hand in hand, especially if we look at like what happens with footballers currently, like especially if they've got sort of any ethnic background to them whatsoever. If they have a bad game or even if a team loses, then all of a sudden the non-white players are just getting abused mad on social media, and it seems to be just like a growing thing, a growing trend. And especially since they started taking a knee as well, I feel like, especially because fans are not in the ground, that's just, I don't know, it seems to have got worse since they did that. So it's that working, like, yeah, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it, because to me, it's just a bit mad. I just don't understand, like, what's happening and, like, how they can actually try and change anything. And, like, if they taking a knee actually does anything now, has it lost its impact? Is it just like now we're a lot of puppets? Or sorry, not we, because obviously we're not professional footballers, but are they just okay? You know what I mean? Or are they just yeah?
No, do you know what?
Puppets?
I think with the taking a knee, obviously it did have its relevance at first,
At the time.
and I feel like with most things, when you start doing it regularly, it just loses its novelty. It's like it's coming like just protocol of what's part of the match. Do you know what I mean? Like them taking a knee then doesn't necessarily mean that they're thinking about any racial injustices or anything along those lines. Like I said, now I just feel like it's just protocol. Do you know what I mean? So I can understand why people are coming out and be like, oh yeah, like what is it really doing? Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like it still does highlight the fact that Black lives do matter. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So it's one of them. It's like, because sometimes some people may forget, but there is more that still needs to be done within sports anyway, especially football. From what I've seen or from what I do know, that's just my thoughts anyway.
Sorry, so on that then, would you say then that it's still worth taking the knee at the start of every game, or that if it's because I think part of my thinking behind it is it's sort of being ignored. It's sort of doled out. It's sort of losing its meaning. Do you know what I mean? It's like a perfect example is the NHS clap that everyone was doing, and a clap for carers or whatever you want to change. They changed the name to. Like that at first, when it first started, I remember the enthusiasm. Like even the kids with the pots and the fans wanting to go outside. Everyone was outside. My whole street was outside, like clapping. But then, like even 6 weeks into it, it's like you just seen like the amount of houses started to diminish.
People just clapping outside the windows and that.
Yeah. And then by the end, when it was like the last one, even we wasn't going out. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the kids are coming out for the clap and looking at us like, no, like, no. Do you know what I mean? And it sort of lost its meaning. And I think, I suppose that's what my thing is for the taking a knee. It's like, is it losing its meaning? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it still causing the impacts that they wanted it to cause? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe there's some different things that they could do to mix it up, or just to highlight it and make people remember that Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean?
No, it's weird because obviously, even like in a sense of it's something. Obviously, I feel like racial injustices always happen, like regardless. But with the initial taking a knee, that obviously evolved around the whole George Floyd situation. You know what I mean? So it could be a case of if something like that does happen, even though I know it just happens on a regular basis, then but like I said, they're only taking into consideration that major events that you actually see on the news and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? So they could potentially do it around like those major events, but then used to say what events classified as major and what's not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's quieting down the whole. At the beginning, I was all up for everyone doing it. Still, it does bring it to people's attention that aren't probably seeing it all the time. I think as all of us being black males and following football, we're aware of it more. But then there's probably people that don't watch football all the time and go in and out of it. So them seeing it is good for it to still be happening. But it has lost its impact for me. I think it was a good idea at the beginning, but more needs to come from it, and I don't know what needs to be done next to develop on from that point, but something needs to happen for it to progress, for change to come. But until then, I'm not sure whether or not it's worth all players still doing it. I saw a podcast, Wilfred Zaha, who said he's not up for doing it. I think he said it makes no sense.
I read that.
Because what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. He's basically saying, which.
Do you know what? Sorry to interrupt, but you know what annoys me when people say like stuff like that? It's like, okay, you being like negative about it. Okay, you have your justification of why, but then come with an idea. Do you know what I mean? Don't just like slander something if you're not going to be coming with a good enough idea. Do you know what I mean? Because what else is being done? So that's what I took from that when I see that. Like, okay, yeah, fair enough, but come on, tell me what you're going to do about it, or what you're doing. Obviously, probably is doing stuff behind the scenes, but come out and say what you actually think. Obviously, just saying, just slandering the cause. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Too many people are like that. Like, even like just say when people like march and that, like people that we've been marching for years. There's no point in marching. What does marching do? And this and that. Do you know what I mean? Or this like negative energy about things like that. But it's like, but what are you doing then?
Yeah, but probably from his point of view, like, and this is just to be devil's advocate and speak for Zaha here. I'm not Zaha. No, but they actually live it though, innit? So he's probably got some of his boys then that are playing football that are taking a knee, and then they've had a shit game, so then they're getting racially abused. You know what I mean? Direct, and he's seeing it. And obviously, even though it hurts us and it affects us more, it affects us too. Like, boom, like even when Anthony Martial, for instance, gets racial abuse after United game, even when he's not even played that bad, or he's not played bad, or the whole team's played bad, but it's him that's getting it and his wife's getting it and he's getting death threats. They're both getting it. It's like, that's too much. So then I can sort of understand them then saying, well, what's the point in me taking a knee? Do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah, I hear that.
Sort of, now, well, bun you. It's like, for me, if it was you, then that was one of you three that was a professional footballer, yeah, and that was actually receiving that abuse. I know that it would hit me different. Do you know what I mean? If it was someone on the TV, because it's a lot closer to home. So obviously, and with these footballers, they all know each other. So, boom, he's like, nah, well, my boys are still getting racially abused on a daily basis. Half of them are still talking about, well, Twitter, etc. Yeah, make people have to sign up and give their ID. Do you know what I mean? Let them have to verify ID so that you can chase people, so that you can follow people. Give IP addresses to the police if that's the case. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I don't get, because you can trace down a pedo and see if he's got some sort of. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to compare him, but I'm just saying the technology is there. You get me? You can track down a pedo through his IP address, though. You get me? So surely you can do the same for racists. I'm not saying that they're the same again.
They don't want to do that. Yeah, but they don't want to.
But that's what my point is. But it's the want to do that. And it's like you see on those social media platforms. Right now, us, as Black Dads Lives, we're not on Facebook anymore. Reason being is because there was some dodginess when I was setting it all up that it blocked one of the posts. Do you know what I mean? Straight away. So it will block our post straight away, but then you see racism just going out there unfiltered. It's mad. Do you know what I mean? But if you were to put on an ad, or you were to put on a brand, or try and support something, or go against the guidelines that are not about racism, then all of a sudden, do you know what I mean? You're banned, you're blocked, you're reported. I just think it's all mad. It's all wrong.
Yeah, but obviously, even with the social media, I feel like as well that it's people's voice. Do you know what I mean? So that's actually generally what they feel and how they feel. That's why I think is mad, because obviously people are like, oh yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to say it. Okay, I get it, but that's their point of view, that's their thoughts, that's how they are. Obviously, in society, they cannot hide behind a computer screen. Do you know what I mean? You can be a keyboard warrior. Do you know what I mean? Like, plenty of people are like that. They'll say bad stuff online, but obviously, if they're seeing someone, they wouldn't even say like boot or mouse. Do you know what I mean? But that just shows like that's them, regardless. That is them. And then it just shows like the amount of racism that is still actually out there, regardless of how it is actually displayed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is what happens. So when you've got like Brexit and stuff like that, because for me, when the whole leave and bring our country back and we want our borders back and all this lot, from when all that happened, basically we're saying okay to racism. Do you know what I mean? And it's like the same time over here when Brexit was going on, Trump was going on over in America as well. So it was like a double whammy where it's like, right, okay, white supremacy was thinking, we can make moves now. Do you know what I mean, though? And it's like, for me, that affected sports. And it's even like when, because I've always been a fan. Sorry, I've not even let Jason speak yet. But
that's good.
I've always been a fan of Zlatan, Ibrahimovic.
And then, apart from this week, the cunt. Sorry, Ed.
You're right, though. Because even when he had his little beef with Lukaku, and they were supposed to be like, like racism, was there racism said, or was he racist or whatever towards him. Even at that point, I was sort of backing him, thinking, nah, like the ex teammates, do you know what I mean? Like, this guy's an international guy. Like, you see what he's like, his relationship with Pogba, do you know what I mean? Like, is it really racist, or is there a narrative behind this, do you know what I mean? Or because it's attacking the Lukaku, or is it a black thing, do you know what I mean? Well, for me, he was probably just trying to wind him up more than anything else. But then now when he's come on about and trying to attack King James, you need to back down. What you're on about man should stay in his lane. You should stay in your lane. You get me? Where are you going? You get me? And for me, what he's done, what he's an epitome of is white privilege. Because he don't get the struggle So he's like,
But
you're
with
moaning.
him, he feels like he has come from struggle. He
Yeah.
actually feels like he has come from struggle.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've read his books and that, because obviously, like, he is like one of my favorite players.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all
yeah,
time players. So I've even like read his autobiography, but he will be saying it in his book, like he has come from struggle. He has come from the slums. So regardless, even let me just try and phrase this right. Even
Just say it.
Just
Say how it is.
even that, like obviously, even their struggles, what they're subjected to at the same time. If you put a black person in that same situation, like their privilege still helps them to prevail more than a black person was if they're both in that same said situation.
yeah.
If you know what I mean. So regardless, like in my head, I'm just like, how can any of these in theory fail? Because at the end of the day, you still got that privilege. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there is classism and everything, but you still got that privilege. So if you screwed up now,
yeah, but nah, you know, I can't totally agree with that because I can see why some of them will fail because some of them are just thick in it.
yeah, but then that's what I'm saying.
Some
Yeah,
people are just generally thick.
they don't.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. But if they actually like scrubbed up well and like educated themselves,
Yeah,
in reality, they can prevail. Do you know what I mean? Like, have nothing to, in theory, like limit them to that. Like they're limited as far as their brain capacity.
Yeah, they're limiting themselves basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the thing with Zlatan which bothered me the most is that, like, as Anton said, like, it is white privilege, man, because you cannot tell a man, yo, stay in your lane and stick to basketball, yo. I hate it when athletes try and be politicians. Like, for me, it's the complete opposite. Like, this man has got the platform to do something and to voice and raise issues which are ongoing. And I think it would be the worst thing in the entire world if like LeBron didn't use their platforms.
Trust me.
Speak about issues like this. It's just it baffles my head, like to even think that that's a problem. But it's something that he comes up against all the time. Everyone fucking loves LeBron. Blacks and whites love LeBron. But as soon as LeBron starts talking about things, issues about racism or, social injustices, the white people are like, listen, we love you, but you're just a basketball player. Like, that's all you are. Like, stay in your lane, bro. Like, don't talk about anything other than last night's game. And to me, like, it's shocking to see, to be honest. Well, it's not shocking to see, but it is really sad to see. It's really, really sad to see because he's been given that platform, he's been given the voice, and he's doing exactly what he's meant to be doing as a black king. Like, and to see how they actually come out and say, yo, just you just talk about basketball, yeah, it's mad to see it. It is mad, man. It is,
and that's the reason why, Michael Jordan is a king for me. Michael Jordan could have been doing that from years back, but Michael Jordan chose.
Jordan never spoke about political issues. Like,
and I used to say it. You say even when he got asked about racism or whatever. Yeah. You used to say all them things there, and that's what I was like. What? Yeah, this guy.
I agree.
Do you think you're scared? Do you think you're scared?
Nah, maybe because I think he was a lot more like when racism was like a lot more like it's more of a big issue now. It's okay to speak out about things. For example, not to compare the two, but look at the Me Too movement. You know what I'm saying? That was going on for a very long time. People didn't feel I can speak up because of what's what I'm looking for? Ramifications that they'd get back. So maybe MJ was the same. He wasn't felt like he couldn't speak up because he'd lose his fucking Nike deal or whatever. But
look at Kopanak. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Took the knee for the first. He's the first person to take the knee. Lost his contracts. Lost everything.
That's in recent times.
But my point is somebody needed to take. If nobody makes a stand, and nobody moves, then and nobody says anything, and nobody's going to ever. So it's just going to keep on going that same way. So somebody obviously needs to make a stand. Someone needs to say something, and someone needs to try and change something.
It's true.
Sorry, Dash on you now, yeah, because obviously you love Zlatan, innit? Or love. Has your opinion changed on him as a person now, or is it
Yeah.
still?
Don't get me wrong. I can appreciate what he's done for the sport.
Yeah.
As a
Do you know what I
footballer,
mean? Yeah,
But as a person, now, because I used to like him as the man. As do you know what I
but
mean?
even as a person, yeah, I do get what he's like in
you
terms
get it.
of.
If I was a white man, I get it.
Not in terms of what he's actually said recently, but in terms of like how his mind is set up, I do fully understand him. Do you know what I mean? Or in terms of what he said, like I'm like, nah, it's a no-go. Like for me, that's what they always say, that you never meet your idols in it. Like
Truth,
they'll just ruin your opinion of him, because obviously you built them up in like your head this type of way, but then in reality, it's like, nah, man, you're a waste man. Like that's the nicest way to put it. Do you know what I mean?
Zlatan, waste man. Someone tagged Zlatan.
if Zlatan sees this, fucking respond to this podcast. That's it. We're going global.
Yeah, that's over, isn't it? There you go.
Going
but like I feel like today, like I said, a lot of the times when people come out and like say stuff like that, I'm just like, right, is that you? So yeah, it has changed my opinion in that sense, but yeah, do you know what I mean? Because even like when Pep came to say, I didn't like Pep because of Zlatan. That's how much I like Zlatan.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I was just like, wow, why is this guy coming to the team, man? Like this coward, and I was saying stuff like that, calling him a coward. But now I'm like, yo, Pep.
Pep's a man.
Uncle Pep. That's what you're calling him now. You get me, Uncle Pep.
So, but then
he still ain't gonna win your Champions League.
True. Yeah.
So it's just
like in that sense, though. It made me even think like racism again in football, just due to the stuff what Zlatan used to say, how he like shipped out Henry and like Etu and all these like Yaya Toure, all these guys having problems. So I'm thinking, man, is this like racial? Do you know what I mean?
Of course it's racial. You see it from Graham Souness. He's the most racist guy I know, man. Every soon as a black player, that he don't like, man's lazy. That's what he says all the time. He's lazy. Lazy. And you look at him and you think, what? And the thing about it is, for me, what really annoys me about my man, is he was a shit footballer anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? If my guy was a baller, then I'll be like, yeah, but he knows what he's talking about.
Trophies, though, innit?
So,
that's what it is. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Trophies makes people feel like they.
Phil Neville's got trophies, bro.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean anything. And this is what my point is. You get me? That don't mean nothing because you got trophies. He was just looking at you in that squad.
He's got trophies and privilege. That's what it is.
Yo, trust me, mad.
He gives you a voice. Trophies and privilege obviously give you a voice, innit?
My man's moving like a sports Piers Morgan. Honestly, just mad.
You see that even when Richards became a pundit, you see how much hate and venom and envy was in everyone's eyes, and that when Mike Richards was like first coming a pundit.
Trust me, and it's only once to realise that my man actually talks a lot of sense that they was like, oh right, we can't really fight him.
Yeah, he's all right. This one, he's all right.
yeah. It's same with Alex Scott though, because he was getting a bit, and then all of a sudden when they actually listen to what she's saying, they go, oh, she actually knows how to analyse the game. You know what I mean? Rather than
football for a living, she doesn't know about football.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, but Paul Scholes, don't get me wrong, I love my man. He's a legend.
Footballer. Yeah,
he hasn't got a personality, and all he does, he sits there and he goes, he'll come out with things like, well, you know, went wrong there, didn't you? They didn't score enough goals. You need to score goals to win games.
He scored more than the team.
Yeah. You need to score more than the other team. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's stuff like Michael Owen. He says stuff like that.
Yeah, it's still like dumb shit. It's like, what? Like, I don't need a commentator to be telling me this. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, just the narrative from commentators, and you can just see it. And then I think the media affects that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, even with the stories that they've come out with in the past, like you've seen it in about Raheem Sterling when he's bought his mum a house. Do you know what I mean? And they turn around and it's like, oh, Raheem's wastes all of his money. Or no, what is it? As soon as he gets a professional contract, he goes and blows all this money on a house for his mum.
But like, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, like what?
They hate seeing young rich black people, man. Like they hate it. Like it's so obvious, bro. It's embarrassing to watch. Like Raheem Sterling now, yeah. Realistically, bro, as far as young black ballers go, bro, he's probably one of the best. Like the things that he does behind the scenes, like to support charities and support even like Jamaica. And I love to see it, man. Like buying your mum a house that's something to be proud of. But
yeah,
the way they flip it, especially like outlets like the Daily Mail, like them sort of outlets, like they just flip it and they twist it. Like even when my man got the tattoo with the gun tattoo,
Yeah.
like my man's glorifying gun crime. Like they don't care for nothing about. They don't want to find out nothing, bro. Man's got a gun tattoo. Right, cool. Yeah, he's gangster. He's a gangster. And it's just the media. It is just the media, bro. Like it's mad.
It is. They did the same thing with Mason Greenwood and Phil Foden. You get me? When they're both on international duty,
bro.
And they're both hitting up, trying to get girls back to the hotel room.
If I was a young baller, with dough, trust needs already, bro. What the fuck? What are we talking about, bro? My dick's fallen off already. Long time, bro.
What's mad? What's mad, is that you got Rooney fucking grannies, and nobody wants to say anything, I'm not being funny, and I know he's your player, and I back him, by the way. I love this, my man. I love Foden, but Foden's got a missus and just had a youth. Nobody mentioned that, that was not in any paper. The only thing that was in the paper was, Mason Greenwood is off the rails.
It's all about Greenwood, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm thinking,
And then what TT's Foden been brought back in one time.
Yeah. Moving straight back into the England squad. It's mad.
It's just Joe.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
And so while we're talking about people like sportsmen on social media as well, one that I need to pick up is Lewis Hamilton, man, because he does his piece as well. You get me? He's fighting the fight as well, especially in F1, because it's been hard for him. He's literally the only black person there, the only black face there.
Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, can we address my man by his full fucking title, bro? That's Sir Lewis.
Lewis Hamilton.
But listen. You got problems with that. People are telling him he should just to brush that away, not even take that title. Enough people say don't take that title. That's what they're
He's took it out here for it, bro.
I'm saying take it, bro. That's what
Trust me, you take that, you grab that with both hands, Lewis.
So people know.
Lewis, you get me?
No, you can't forget. You can't forget Naomi as well. Naomi Osaka, she's been doing bits in tennis as well. Promoting the cause as well.
Doing bits.
It has, man. Using her platform on a regular every event. She's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
that
they got
true.
them, man.
But that's serious though, man. Like Lewis Hamilton, he's an inspiration, bro. But even to the fact my man's dad had how many jobs trying to get him through F1?
Yo, this is what I'm saying, I saw like 5 jobs or something crazy like that.
5 jobs at one time because it was such an expensive sport to be a part of. So he's honestly, anyone who knows anything about F1, it's a very privileged sport. You get me? It's full of millionaires. And a lot of the people who drive in it are millionaires already before they even start. You get me? So for Lewis Hamilton to come from literally nothing, where man, first and foremost, he's black. His dad's full black. Like he's mixed race. He's got no money. Dad's working 5 jobs, taking him up and down the country, trying to get him in races. For him to come and be the world champion, how many times? 7 times, is it? Sir Lewis Hamilton, bro, it's crazy. It's an incredible story, man. Incredible story. And for the man to still be there, talking about black issues.
Racial equality, trust me.
With a t-shirt that says Black Lives Matters, bro. Like everyone else had some like no room for racism or some shit on their top, and he had it straight. Black Lives Matters. The man made Mercedes paint the car black, yo. You get me?
Yeah. And changed all the clothes black.
Yeah,
and he was even wearing that Breonna Taylor t-shirt as well, and then got in trouble for it. He even tried to get him in trouble for it. So at the next race, he wore a coat, and then right at the end, right at the camera, when it was on him, he just went unzipped it and just flashed it. You get me? Like, right, there you go, boom, it's been shown to millions what you're going to do now. And just shrugged his shoulders and walked off. You get me, yeah? Go on, Lewis.
Beautiful to see, man. I love it, bro. I love it.
You get me? Even when he did, because I actually love this. When he did his tribute as well, did you all see that? His Wakanda tribute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, like Lewis.
I like Lewis.
I was like, Lewis, listen, Lewis, if you're watching, bro, you want to come on the pod, fam,
Hit us up.
fam, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you.
So yeah, I don't know if you wanted to wrap up or you wanted to say anything more on that, because it is quite
just like racism in sport. This is what I wanted to touch upon. Obviously, it's ingrained from early, because even if you remember, not sure about using school or whatnot, but even from then, like, I feel like obviously black people are geared up to doing sports and whatnot. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, from the start, like, you could be the smartest kid in the world, but they'll still think, oh my God, you're going to be good at basketball or something along those lines.
I bet you're a fast runner.
Yeah, and stuff like that. I remember in school, I got called like the Mossad Rocket, and I was thinking, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. So it's like, oh my, yes, he's fast, whatnot. And it's just crazy. I feel like they just try and push black people, obviously, towards doing like sports rather than what's in there. That they don't necessarily take into consideration their intellect. And then also what I wanted to say, even growing up playing football, I felt like there wasn't like many black people who played football as well. In the leagues where I played in anyway, there was only like our team that had the black players, but then all of the teams, they probably have like one, if that. Do you know what I mean? Just one token. So it's just crazy. I feel like that's where racism just starts, isn't it? You notice it from early.
Do you know what though? It's mad. When I was younger, I didn't even really notice it too much with the football when I was actually playing myself. You get me? But what I noticed is when I went to watch Carlos play rugby one time. Don't know black people like your rugby, Carlos.
I can't even remember playing that. I don't even remember.
I remember. Because I remember.
But I can't remember you seeing me play rugby.
Yeah, I remember because I was surprised in it because you was only skinny. And I thought, oh, I'll go and watch Carlos get smashed up. And then
I don't wait to watch you get smashed, you know.
Because I was hearing that Carlos can tackle in it, and I was like, what? Carlos tackles people.
Yeah.
Yo, when I went to rugby, I watched Carlos about he's lifting people up and that and dashing them down. And I'm like, I remember having to ask you, I was like, how do you do that? Carlos tried to get Carlos to show me how to tackle.
Rugby's fun. Like, I should have played rugby from more, but obviously everyone likes football in it. So
yeah,
missed a trick there. But oh well.
Yeah, that was in it's a private school, I believe.
Yeah, because you had to there. That was a sport.
Little posh boy.
I'm not bothered.
I'm sure it was rugby union as well, innit?
By the way, so pipe down.
Hey?
Sorry, I said don't be living up to the racist stereotype, posh boy. Okay, continue.
No, I'm gonna live up to the racist stereotype, posh boy.
What about me then? What about me? Am I not a posh boy?
Yeah, you both fresh bitches.
Yeah, you both posh boy. But
Yeah,
I didn't see you wearing the colours and playing rugby.
Oh, yeah, Carlos proud, man.
And toughen it with your boys then.
Yeah, Carlos is tough.
I didn't see you toughen it with your boys then. Was you like that as well, Dash, in school?
Obviously. Look at me. Utah.
No. Anyway, not joking. Just while we're on the old racism subject, there was one thing that's been going on for a while now, and it keeps getting mentioned, and it's just annoying me. because basically, yeah, Harry and Meghan.
Harry and Meghan.
Harry and Meghan.
Hold tight, Harry.
Hold tight, Harry. Hold tight, Meghan. You get me? Now, with these two, I just get really annoyed because I don't understand what the narrative is. And I mentioned him before, yeah, and this is why I mentioned my man, Piers Morgan. Because you know what? I'm actually a fan of like Good Morning Britain, innit? Good Morning Britain, you get me? I've always been a fan of Good Morning Britain now, yeah. I'm of Piers Morgan as well, you get me? And especially when he came out and actually admitted that he's got white privilege and that he wasn't aware of it and that now he is aware of it and rare. Yeah, I thought, oh yeah, do you know what? We're getting somewhere now with my man. And then the whole Meghan Markle thing just come and it's like he's got an obsession. It's like it started from the wedding when he tried befriending her and they was friends or something before.
Yeah, your friends back in the day, weren't they? And
and then she fucked him off.
But that's just I think like just his ego.
Yeah. And then now my man's just goes on the attack. But what he doesn't realise is, yeah, because for me, with him, it's more personal, isn't it?
Yeah.
What he don't realise is all it's doing is inciting racism. Do you know what I mean? Like when everyone's focusing on Meghan, because it's not only him. Like you hear all the people that come on the program, or even just on different programs now when you're watching it, there's two different sides. You know what I mean? It's either team establishment, yeah, team Crown, or it's team Harry and Meghan. You get me? And I don't understand what's going on with this and why it is like that, especially when you've got Prince Andrew sat in there quiet. Yeah. And you know what's mad? You know what's really, what really confuses me, yeah, when people say they wanted a private life, they've gone over there and now they're doing that, and now they've done this interview with Oprah. So what? Do you know what? At the end of the day, yeah, they need to make money. They didn't want to be part of the royal family, so they left the royal family. Now, and what really pisses me off is people don't understand what privacy is. You get me? You could be famous and want privacy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Privacy means that the information that you want people to have, they have it. The information you don't want them to have, you keep private to yourself.
Trust.
That don't mean that you can't be in the media. And then when they say, "Oh, but look, Prince Andrew's retired from all of his duties, and you don't see him in public eye," you're damn right you don't see him in the public eye because my man doesn't want to be in the public eye because of what he's done.
Not this nastiness.
This nastiness. Why is he going to be in the public eye? He don't want to be there. So he's got to keep quiet. What's he going to do? Go on Oprah and do a tell-all? No. Do you want to tell you why? Because the FBI would arrest his ass. He can't go nowhere. He can't go to America.
He should do it.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, you go on Oprah. He couldn't even do a BBC interview.
Yeah, guys,
you get me? But then everyone wants to talk about Harry and Meghan and saying, "Oh, no, he's bad." But yeah, Prince Charles was up here cheating on Diana, who's the people's princess, for how many years? But black man cheated. It's mad. Like
it's mad. It is actually mad.
When you actually sit down and you actually look at it and you think how much hatred has been put into this woman, for actually not really doing anything.
And do you think someone would really want to get rid of or relinquish their title for no reason? Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Relinquish his privileges for no reason.
And they think, do you know what's mad as well, is that all these people think that Harry, his head's just turned now through Meghan. It's like they forget about Harry up in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You get me? Harry's done things, you get me? Harry's always done things. And do you know what it started from? Yeah, when they traumatized the young youth, when his mum passed away, and they made him walk through the streets, following a coffin.
I know.
You get me? And then people are like, "Oh well, William's not like that, is he?" No, because William's gonna be fucking king. Harry ain't gonna be king, so what's Harry doing?
He's gonna be king, is he? Let's be honest.
And Harry knows it as well, Harry known it from years ago. He's like, "I'm not gonna be king, so let me go to Vegas."
But you know the thing is, I think a lot of it is to do with like Harry and Meghan. Like, if we're going back to the privacy talks, is not only did they want privacy, but they wanted to be able to decide what they did in regards to just fucking living. You know what I'm saying? Like they wanted to decide, yo, I can talk to my man, I can go here, I can go there. When you're on service, it's very much dictated. You have to go to this engagement, that engagement, shake hands here, kiss babies here. But I think it's that freedom and control that they also wanted to, to guide their own destiny, so to speak. And I think the media has spun it in regards to it's Meghan's a controlling black bitch, if we're honest. And I think,
because they've done that, but then the narrative you could see it anyway from years back, man.
Look at her fucking dad. Look at her dad. No disrespect, but look at her dad. Like, my man's up in Mexico selling stories and all type of things, yeah. So she said, "Listen, fam, don't come to the wedding."
Involved with it.
Yeah. And the media are like, "Oh my God, look how she treats her dad. Her dad's..." It's like, yo, her dad isn't a very good dad. Like, no disrespect.
What I mean,
he's not like. So she said, "Yo, don't." He was still the week before the wedding. Man was selling stories about.
Nah, but do you know what though? In my man's defense, yeah, from what I've gathered about that, from just my own personal opinion, my man's just a bit thick in it.
Yeah, he's stupid. Yeah, he's stupid.
He basically went on there, yeah, to give himself try and build his image in it, because I think the pops must have popped him. And So then he went and planned for the pops to actually come back out and pop him again. But then obviously the way that he did it, he set it up in it, and it was blatant like it was himself, and that's what it was. But
I mean, listen, real talk, man. Them, listen, Well, this is more for Anton because you put the daughter, bro. If your daughter marries a fucking prince, right, and you want your little change, all you need to do, bro, is just sit there and keep your ass quiet. Just sit there and keep your ass quiet. You've got to go, super dad. Oh, I think he's amazing. He's a fantastic choice. Now, I don't want to see you doing photo shoots outside of fucking Aldi and shit. Oh, mad.
But obviously, they're just trying to spin a narrative, like to say like she's like a bully and whatnot, like recently. So I'm thinking, right, she's really a bully. Like, how comes he only coming out with it now?
Trust me, about the staff left 2 years ago, So you're telling me that someone left 2 years ago, and you're only investigating this now? Like, that timing is mad, isn't it? Why are you only investigating it now?
Right. But also, I also think there's a story to be had in regards to William and Kate. William and Kate and Harry and Meghan not getting along as well. I think there has been some sort of argument there, and obviously we don't know how deep it is. Like, so.
No, but do you blame him? I think it was ZZ Mills, put on her Instagram. Check it out, by the way. Go on.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
the story.
Yeah, the story side by side, like the narrative. So even like on some of them, because it's like I would actually, because have you seen these, Carlos? Because you're looking like you've never seen.
I think I have a picture of Meghan and Kate. And
and
they're both wearing the same type of outfit or something.
Yeah, and then they talk about it. So for instance, like there's one. So sorry, let me just read out an example. So there's one where when they're both pregnant, you get me, and then both articles about the Daily Mail. So then Kate, exactly.
Good shit.
And then Kate, not long to go, pregnant Kate tenderly cradles her baby bump while wrapping up her royal duties ahead of maternity leave, and William confirms she's due any minute now.
Oh,
yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
Meghan. Why can't Meghan Markle keep her hands off her bump? Experts tackle the question that has got the nation talking. Is it pride, vanity, acting, or a new age bonding technique?
This is mad. It is actually mad. And the fact that this happened after Kate, it's not like it's the first like Megan had this child first, and then next minute Kate's had, and then now it's changed around this new age technique. Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
And then just a quick one, because this is more on like what I was saying before about the dough and stuff. Yeah, Kate and Will's Inc. Duke and Duchess secretly set up companies to protect their brand, just like the Beckhams.
Oh,
Good that, innit? That's nice.
fantastic business.
Meghan, a right royal cash-in. How Prince Harry and Meghan Markle trademarked over 100 items from hoodies to socks 6 months before split with monarchy, with new empire worth up to 400 million.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Step too far. Meghan Markle slammed for putting her hands in her pockets.
Yeah, I seen that fucking one. I seen that. Fuck off, bro.
You get me? Yeah. It's just all mad. So it's like already when you can see what the media narrative is, yeah, it's hard. And this is why when I say about thick people, because even like a lot of these Brexit people, yeah, they think it's the uneducated people that are coming out with these things, saying that they want their waters back and that they want the country back and they want the borders back. And you're thinking, mate, what do you mean? It's like even now you see it on the news. There's not even enough people to pick fruit or flowers. What? What do you mean? There's not people to pick fruit? Why? Because English people are saying it's below them to do it. Do you know what I mean? And now all the European people that was coming in to do it can't get in to come do it.
It's mad. It's mad. And that whole Brexit thing is another debate in itself, because I think the whole Brexitism thing was based on racism.
Yeah, 100%.
I think the fact that we voted to leave allowed certain men to think, "Alright, cool, England's racist. We can say whatever we want and do whatever we want. Fuck the immigrants. Go home." I mean, to go back to the job things, I've not had a educated conversation yet with somebody who voted leave. Like, I've not been able to have an articulate conversation where they've been able to articulate their points. It's more usually fucking rash, bullshit, bold statements like, "Oh, they're taking our jobs, aren't they?" Oh, what jobs are they taking? The jobs that you don't want or that you feel that you're too good to do, like,
or the ones you're underqualified for.
Yeah, exactly. Or the ones you're underqualified for. Like, what jobs are they taking? Like, suddenly, if we vote leave, you're going to go and be a fucking consultant. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Nah, you're right. You're right. It's a joke.
But back to topic.
Yeah. I hate Brexit Britain, but carry on.
The treatment of Meghan and Harry, I think first and foremost, they love the royal family as long as the royal family do what they're meant to do. Like, as soon as they try and forge their own path or go off piste of what the stereotypical royal should be, then it's a problem. You get me? It's like, let's say, for example, what's my man's called? What's William's you called? But anyway, let's say he turns out to be a homosexual. George. Yeah. Let's say
William. Sorry, that's Harry's in it actually.
Let's say George turns out to be gay. Like, then what? Like,
it won't be allowed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we love the world as long as they do what they're supposed to do what they're told. And like, when they try and start thinking for themselves, it's the exact same thing what Zlatan saying about the fucking LeBron James, and that you're a royal, do as a royal, don't try and come forge your path or nothing, because it's bullshit, brother. And the way they're treating her is out of order. But people see Meghan as mixed race. You get me? They made a big thing about her being
the first biracial princess.
So now when you see how the media is then treating her, people then think, shit, we're treating her this way because she's black. And it then also gives birth to racism as well. So it's mad. It's going to be hard enough for her in the first place being mixed race and entering an establishment like the fucking royal family. Now that was going to be incredibly hard, bro.
Yeah, especially when they've got the mum all up in there with the dreadlocks.
Exactly.
No, but did you see how they pushed her mum aside on for the wedding now?
Yeah, of course, bro. Mum's not important.
If you remember what how Pippa and Kate Middleton's family was all treated.
Pippa's bum, yeah. We
Yo,
looked, didn't
you
we?
remember that though? Even
No.
the mum, the amount of footage
I like
that her
show
mum
you
got.
what I was getting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then is it Doreen? I'm sure her name's Doreen, isn't it? I think that's Megan's mum.
Mum, yeah.
Yeah, no attention, none. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit of coverage, and then she was just in the shadows, and then just appeared right at the end. Do you know what I mean? I thought, nah, won that, won use. Watched all that. Bit
But,
to bit.
Even with them announcing their second baby as well, isn't it? Like when they announced their second baby, like the headlines were, you're somebody who wants privacy and is so media shy. Like you love announcing your baby, and it's like I don't know.
you're not meant to announce your baby.
Yeah. I can't.
You're meant to announce it before it just happens.
Yeah, because either way, if you didn't announce it, then she'd get slewed in the media for not announcing it.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's private. This is what my point is, yeah. I don't get it. And this is why this is what my point is when I say people don't understand, and people need to look up what the definition of privacy is. You know what I mean? Private doesn't mean that you go off the grid. No, but that's what they're basically saying, isn't it? Like, oh, nah, she should be off the grid now because she wanted to go to she wanted to go to America, so go to America and just live your life there quietly so that no one knows you're there.
yeah,
I can't believe that she's gone out and got to deal with Netflix. What do you mean? Do you mean the actress?
Got a job.
Because they don't work for the roles anymore.
That is mad. It just don't make no sense. Do you know what I mean?
What? Do you use fair for them?
In what way?
Like Diana.
What, assassin?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
No. I don't.
Safe in
Now, do
America.
you know why? Nah, I don't think so because of Diana. And do you know what? If I'm honest, it's because of Harry as well, innit? Nothing's gonna happen to Harry. You think they're gonna kill off one of their own? No chance, mate.
Yeah.
No chance.
Harry, if they was going to be doing anything, it won't be Harry, innit?
It won't be Harry. You get me? Megan might disappear one day on a boating trip or something. But Harry, nothing's gonna happen to Harry.
They'll just try and touch him like in places where they shouldn't be. Like, have you any of you watched Scandal?
Yeah. Of course, what Scandal?
Yeah, see what they did to the president's son.
Oh yeah, shame.
I can't remember that.
The injection, was that the injection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The son.
Injected the son?
Yeah.
I have to watch this again, you know.
Was it at the inauguration or something? And
Yeah.
it just
So,
when they killed the son. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things like that, bro. They're fully do that. And Scandal, they did touch up on an episode of the Diana situation. That was actually a pretty good episode as well.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that again, you know.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We set things like that. Like
My memory's not as good as your guys.
You'll be like, okay, we're not necessarily going to come at you, but we'll just hit you where it hurts. They did something like that will just kill them both in reality.
Yeah. And just mess them up psychologically.
Yeah. That type of warfare, man.
But this is what my point is, like, I don't think they would because of the Queen, innit? Like, and the Queen loves her grandson, you get me?
Yeah,
Regardless, she loves Harry.
Your grandparents.
Like, that's what I'm saying. This is grandma. And she loves them all as well. You get me? All of them, even them dead princesses. Do you know them dead ones that no one's interested in? Yeah, like Beatrice and that. Yeah. Nobody cares about her. But the Queen does.
Yeah, but you have to remember though, it's not necessarily them who are the ones who are in control. Do you know what I mean? Like
I know what you're saying. Like command.
Yeah, like command basically. They have their role to play basically. Do you know what I mean? And then everyone else is okay, yeah, they're coming for the monarchy, so we'll just deal with it. Do you know what I mean? Even though the Queen and that will probably not even know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Just come
the protectors.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, you know. I don't know. I just think.
Obviously, if anything did happen, it would be bait. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It'll be too bait. It'll be too bait. Especially after Diana, because that was a bit dodgy, innit?
Yeah.
So.
A bit.
Okay, well, I'm trying to be a
Yeah,
bit
listen, they'll kill any of us, no hesitation. Yeah, man, how you talk.
That's what I'm saying. Just be careful.
Yeah, man, bro.
They know too much.
Whatever was said in the media about Diana is the truth.
Whatever the queen said about Diana in the media is the truth.
Yeah.
What them man said.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all a joke, to be fair. But yeah, I think we can wrap up because that was a good episode, to be fair. But I just wanted to touch on racism, especially in social media, in sports, and with Megan. I think it's just a lot at the moment. And even though, like, I feel a bit frustrated because from when George Floyd died and like or was killed, should I say, and we all sort of had this narrative where, yeah, come on, then it's fighting for equality and racism. I don't know. I feel like it's just stalled in it.
It's always going to.
Yeah, I know it was always going to, but why? I don't know. I suppose I didn't think it was going to stall. I didn't think it was going to stall this quick.
Yeah.
You get
Obviously,
me?
you have to remember in a pandemic as well, isn't it?
What does that mean?
Because obviously there's only so much that people can necessarily do. Do you know what I mean?
What, while we're in a pandemic?
Yeah.
Now, you know what? I'm not even having that because now is more a time when people can be doing more as well. You get me? Because people got time on their hands to be doing shit. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not necessarily government, but I think for me, they're not going to be the ones that are going to be changing it anyway. Do you know what I mean, though? With the government, they're not going to be the ones that are actually going to be making the change. You know what I mean? Like Boris Johnson, he don't care about us, man. He don't care about nobody. Do you know what I mean? He cares about him and his boys. All the racist comments that my man's come out with, yeah, and he's the leader of our country. He's running our country. Do you know what I mean, though?
Says it all, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. That says it all for me. So that's why in my head I'm just like, the government aren't going to change anything. They're not going to be the ones to change it. It's going to be society that needs to change it. And yeah, I just don't know how that's going to come to fruition. But that's why all we can do is do our bit in it, like with this podcast, etc. Do you know what I mean? Like teaching people that we interact with. Like I'd have the conversation and open up the conversation with people. Like Idris touched on before. You get me? He games a lot. He's on COD. I do that when you're on COD. I've been on the amount of times that I've been on COD playing and you're online, and then you hear someone just drop the N-bomb.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the gaming community is probably the most toxic community in the entire world.
But do you know what's mad though? It's casual because a lot of the time, well, I say a lot of the time, every time I've called it out,
they've
apologized or they said, oh shit, do you know what I mean? And I didn't mean it, and then try and backtrack saying that I'm not racist. And it's like, why are you black? I'm like, no. So where's it come from then? Do you know what I mean? And the thing that I play the majority of the time, zombies, and I'm like, but the zombies ain't black. You know what I mean? Because it would be stuff like die, and I'm like, and I just said it to this guy because the thing about it is he was talking to me as well. Do you know, like on the headset?
Yeah.
When we was gaming and like was talking through. We got a few rounds, and then my man all of a sudden just started dropping the N-bomb, and I thought, right. So I just said to him, I just went, "Oh, you black?" And he was like, and he started laughing. He goes, "No, why?" And I said, "I am." I said, "Can you stop saying that?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry, man. I didn't realize." And then, do you know what the funniest thing about it was? Well, not even funny, but it's just typical. Oh no, I love black people. I do. It's the Pakis and the Muslims that I don't like.
Yeah.
It's the same.
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, I can't play with you.
It's true.
I'll be like, oh, I can't play with you, like, because you're a dickhead. You know what I mean? And at that point, it's like, yeah, you're a dick. I said, you're ignorant. I said, what do you mean? Oh, well, all they want Muslims all they do is bomb. What? No, they don't. What you on about? Do you know what I mean? So all white people, all you do is just go in schools and shoot people. You just shoot students. I tell you, all white, use your pedos.
Yeah, it's a white crime.
But
Do you know what I mean? Though it's mad. Like you can't see that.
Like I said, when you, I don't know, it's like they're so quick to throw insults. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you cunt," but no, they could say, "Oh, you cunt," but then when they'll be like, "Oh no, you black cunt," I'm just like, was that necessary? Just because of FIFA? Just because I beat you on FIFA, like, was that necessary? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of the time, they don't even know you're black.
Exactly. Well, they probably can tell, innit? Can tell by some people.
Sometimes it depends on.
Keep passing to fucking Sterling.
And every time he scores, you're going, my G, my G.
Yeah.
Oh, but. Yeah, boy. Nah.
You're right.
I can tell, man. You think they can't tell, because obviously you're just speaking normal, but...
No, because that's what I do. Obviously, I go international, innit? I can't be bothered sometimes. That's why, though. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time when I'm playing, I don't even have a mic on. It's long. Do you know what I mean? And then I've got my friends on there, innit? Like you play with regularly. So
turn your mic on for a minute.
I'll talk to them. But like, if I earlier on today, I just wanted to go on for a quick hour and just have a quick game. So I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I didn't even put my headset on or anything. Do you know what I mean? I just literally just sat there with my pad and just played the game. But yeah, I can't stand it, man. That's what I mean. And do you know what I realize? Well, it's all young people as well, and that's what I think what bothers me a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like young people, and you think, why are you saying it? Like, because it's like you've been taught, or even like the racism that the footballers getting on social media. I feel like that's young people. Do you know what I mean? Especially like if it's on Twitter. Like, I feel like it's young people that can just create an account in 30 seconds and then just put something stupid on there. Do you know what I mean? Say that again, sorry.
No old person's creating an account in reality.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Just to go through the effort of just posting something. If someone older person is posting it, then they're just posting it in it, and they're just a racist that just posts things. And you'll see quite a few things on the timeline. You get me? But anyway. But yeah, thank you. If you're still watching now, we do appreciate you. Please like, share, tell people about the stream. We're gonna be regular now, so it's gonna be every 2 weeks back on it. And so you've been here with myself, Anton.
It's me, Dash.
And it's me, Carlos. Thanks again, guys.
And it's your boy, Young Idris. You know the fucking vibes. Thanks very much for your time. Like, comment, subscribe, swipe up, all that good stuff.
Do you know what, Idris? I love the way that you was just laid back then, yeah?
And you got John.
Yeah, it was smooth. It was like how you just came to the camera, the light and everything was sick.
You guys,
melanin.
You guys,
melanin.
You guys one time just hit them with the... Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo, you would never believe this guy had crump before the episode started, is it?
I know, yeah. You understand how my man was in pain.
All right, cut, yeah.
You know what, though? You should do that as you sign out all the time, you know. Just switch the camera. Like,
yeah, that's funny.
It's sexy.